Welcome in, everybody. Week 13 of the NFL here on From the 50. Another week of NFL football. TJ Weber, Zach Zook, Big Web, and Nick Yale from Reno, Nevada. Gentlemen, how we doing? Zook, it looks like you had a tough week last week.
I did have a tough week last week, and I'm here to face the Piper. Just making silly choices and thinking that I was going to skirt the jelly bean gods, and it's not the case. So I'm here to take my punishment.
Nick canned the jelly beans last week. The guy comes in for 1 week, does one jelly bean punishment, and then he literally threw them out. He said he couldn't. Oh, he threw them all out. Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
That's fair. I think they serve their purpose.
But there's going to be some kind of pet roaming through the junkyard, and going to eat those.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, something's going to happen. Like, what happens to those, 10 years later? Like, I'd like to see what they turn into,
I don't want to know.
Just like toxic sludge or something,
Yeah, you know Chernobyl?
Yeah, that's what's going to turn into.
Would still be around. They would thrive in it. They'd grow.
Grow into another being. Yeah. Well, Zook will be doing a punishment later on. You can see the signs.
You can see.
Which, again, we had a conversation. Apparently, we're going to take these signs and hang them up in the studio. And whoever loses each season has to sign their name with the year. So right now it'd be me. Hopefully I can, get on a hot streak and beat Big Web. And, we'll keep it as we change studios, as we, do the show every year. We'll keep the sign going.
Yeah, Nick, good thing you didn't fully destroy the sign, so now we can still use them.
Yeah, Beer Olympics. Nick was destroying the sign. The Big Web put it above his head and
defacing property.
Nick was a little upset that day. So you'll see little preview what you'll see in a couple of weeks when the Beer Olympics video comes out. But guys, week 13. I mean, we're here. It's getting to a point where we're down to the nitty gritty. We're down to who's good, who's not, who's the real big time winners this season, who are gonna shut down at the end of the year. Fantasy implications today are huge. It's the final game of the regular season. So let us know who you think you should play today if you need to get a playoff spot. Give us also you got 2 more weeks? Okay. Some people, my league, we got, this is the last week. Some people, depends on how many you have in your fantasy league. I guess if it's 6 or more in your playoffs, it should be this week. If it's 4 or less, it should be, this is the second to last week. So
most people, this is the last week.
Yeah.
Unless you're in an 8-man league.
ESPN usually is 13, even if it's, because if you do 4 players, usually it's 2 weeks at a time or whatever. So, but anyway, let us know. Let us know what your situation is, though, today. Who do you need to lose? Who do you need to dominate today? You guys ever have any problems with people throwing games? I'm talking about fantasy football. Big Web's going to Nick Chubb and Kyler Murray.
That was a soft spot immediately there for Big Web.
But I'm a commissioner, unfortunately, and I sit there, and every year I get somebody that wants to tank so that another person loses. Yeah. And I'm like, just play the damn game. And then I got this person yelling at me because this person wants to throw the game. It's I'm just sitting here playing, dude. It's not my problem.
I remember we haven't had a problem with it in a couple of years, but I remember in my league with my high school buddies, one year somebody dropped half their starters around the time of the playoffs. So, I'm not in the playoffs, so I don't care.
Firing squad.
Just to see what would happen. He just dropped everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It's apparently we can't hear Nick on Facebook.
I saw that.
Can you check the mic on StreamYard, make sure it's the mixer, not the iTalk, and make sure the iTalk's on Discord? That's what I'm thinking it is.
And that's some of the technical stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, we got to work through. Is that it? Okay, sweet. Yeah, when your Wi-Fi is good to go.
Kind of.
Should be line MGXU is what the mixer's called. Okay. This is what it's all about. You gotta work through things, and you can't get frustrated. I've done it plenty of times in the past, and it's ruined the show. So we're working through it. We're good to go. All right, storyline. So we got COVID. Honestly, is not cleared up, but it's better than it was last week. Seems like people are back, and they said there was one positive test this morning, but according to Schefter, they said that everybody should be playing. All the games should be on. one of the interesting stories was the Dolphins. Tua is back under center. To me, that seems like the worst run offense as far as a coaching standpoint in the league. I mean, there has to be some chemistry issues going on in Miami because, these two guys don't know each week who's going to start. Even the guys that, not the quarterbacks, but their offense, the defense, not knowing who's going to lead their team every week is kind of a joke to me. What do you guys think about that situation?
Well, the thing about it, too, is it's really going to be interesting because the Dolphins are going to make a playoff spot, I think. I mean, I got to look at the standings, and it's not for sure. They're competing with a couple teams, but with that extra wild card spot in particular, I think the Dolphins are their chances are pretty good to make the postseason as long as they win like one or two more games. So, this flip-flopping at the quarterback position is not ideal. It's not ideal for Tua's confidence. You have a rookie that is trying to establish himself in the NFL like Justin Herbert's been able to do. Now, I don't think Justin Herbert had maybe the bumps that Tua's had, and he was in there a lot sooner, but he still threw, horrid picks against the Chiefs and has had some rookie moments. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what's all going. I think to me, it's very evident and clear that they don't trust Tua, and that they're already potentially looking at replacing him or drafting somebody else, and with that Texans pick. But as the Texans keep winning, their chances and their ability to do that are dropping dramatically, and they might have a chance to get another one at home against a Colts team today that's been pretty good if Deshaun Watson continues to just will them to these victories. So I don't really know what's going on down in Miami because I really like the coaching staff. I think Brian Flores and that whole front office runs a pretty tight ship, but I think that they're doing too much with the quarterback position. I just think they're doing too much. Just let him play.
Exactly. I mean, this kid is 3-1. He's 3-1. You're screwing with his confidence. They pulled him out of the one game in the third or fourth quarter, put Fitz in to finish up the game. They said he was injured. Then they said he wasn't injured. Like, what the hell's going on? This week he truly has a thumb.
Right. But this one's legitimate at least.
Right. So you can see Fitz maybe coming in because of that. But if he's your starter, announce him as your starter, let him start and go with it. He's 3-1.
Yeah. Nick, what do you think?
What's the topic? Sorry, you guys have been in and out this whole time.
Yeah, it's an internet
I had to
issue.
reconnect and everything. So give me the rundown.
I got you. We're talking about Tua starting for Miami.
Oh
boy. Okay.
Gotta love Nick and Reno.
All right, we're gonna have to just go off Nick for a second. So Tally, let us know when he's back. But no, I think that's gonna be an interesting story. Some other storylines. We were wondering if Lamar Jackson was gonna be back because of COVID. They said he's gonna be fully back. Man, I can't get a feel for the Ravens.
I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but do you how many of their guys are back this week? I haven't really looked too much into it. I did pick up J.K. Dobbins in fantasy, but because they had, half their defense. They had everybody out last week.
Everybody, and they
Dez Bryant is playing.
Is he? He played last week, dude. And
thank you, Big Web. So. That is definitely all I needed.
No problem. No, that's all they need.
That's the question I had.
All
today.
they need is Dez Bryant and a couple cheerleaders. That's it.
There you go.
There is a chance Lamar gets cleared today, and so he could play Tuesday against the Cowboys.
Okay, so Lamar should be back. Looks like Mark Andrews is still out with COVID. Nick Boyle. So they got some issues still going on, but I believe they're a 7.5 point favorite though, or 8 point favorite now. That's kind of wild.
That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. I know Dallas hasn't been great, but they're playing a little bit better with Dalton. Yeah. 8 points for a team that number one hasn't played in a week.
And who's going to play? You don't even know who's going to be in that game.
And then especially if they do play, they haven't played in a week. They've been off not doing anything. It's kind of a weird situation.
That was real easy for me to look at that football game this week. I've been snake bit by both those teams so much in the last 6 weeks. I just looked at it and said, "Oh, they're playing each other. Slide that one aside."
Yeah. I agree with you. I wouldn't touch this one with a 10-foot pole. But you know what? One thing I will say for Baltimore is with all the chaos last week, that 3:30 start or whatever against the Steelers, I kind of expected them to just get destroyed and throttled.
Yeah,
they kind of hung in that game. It was fairly competitive, and the defense played all right for not having hardly anybody play. So
McSorley, just absolutely destroyed Steelers bettors in one single throw.
Yeah.
But
I am telling you, man, if the public is on one side, the other side usually covers.
No, I'm not saying this was a legit miss or whatever, but it was 3 minutes left in the ball game, and Ben hit that wide receiver on the left side right in his hands, wide open, drops the football. That was 3rd and 10 or something,
Yeah.
which would have kept the clock going and probably would have gave him at least another field goal. I'm saying the way Pittsburgh works, they probably would have ran out the clock if that guy catches the football.
Oh, yeah.
He drops it, and then McSorley makes us all sorely.
Well, I went on the other side of it. I was like, for some reason, every time I'm on the side of the
Fade
public,
the public.
you fade the
Usually
public and
works
somehow
out.
it works out. It's insane.
Because you're betting with the sports book then. So
Yeah, you're rooting with them, and there's a reason that they build all these beautiful places. It's not
Mhm.
because of they have all the money; it's because they
Yeah.
get all your money.
right.
Well, let me just say this. No win November is over. All the bullshit all happened in 1 month
Are
almost.
you declaring victory this month? Like you're
I
going
am
to say you're going to be the number one picker this month?
I'm absolutely declaring that. December is
Wow.
we're going to
I'm
fly in
absolutely-
December.
the last time you declared something, it didn't work out too well. Falcons will win the NFC South. That's the last
That was not.
honest take you had.
Let's go back to the tape. That was not necessarily a declaration,
Yes,
ladies
it
and
was.
gentlemen. But I'll take Atlanta today.
Do you? Okay.
No, December's going to
Really?
be good. We're ready to go. People need to focus for the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Let's move into some fantasy talk. So we go off the Steelers. I got an interesting situation today. I have started Zeke Elliott every week that he's been playing this season. And I've been disappointed. Week in and week out. The first start of the year, he was great. And then now he's just trailed off. Tony Pollard's getting more snaps. So I have a situation. I got Snell from Pittsburgh. I picked him up. So now I have, at the moment, in my starting lineup, I have Snell, I have Chris Carson, and my flex, I have Nyheim Hines. I'm sitting Zeke against the Baltimore Ravens. Do you agree with that, or would you start him over one of those three?
I don't think it's silly. I'd maybe start him over Hines just because didn't he have a pretty good game last week? Didn't he get in the end zone, get about 100, or was that 2 weeks ago?
No, that wasn't. Yeah, he hasn't done anything in a couple weeks. He got into the end zone 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
But the last 3
that's
weeks
what
he's
I'm
been
thinking.
inconsistent. The thing is, I can't decide because he's playing against Baltimore. I know they got the COVID stuff, but he's been terrible, and their defense is pretty good. So you got Hines, who I believe Jonathan Taylor's still out. Am I right? If
That's a
Taylor's
good
out,
question.
then I would start Hines. You
See,
know what I mean?
I have Hines too.
That's what I'm saying. But
Let me get back to you on that. I'm gonna check.
I don't think Houston's all that spectacular against the run either. So Hines might be a really good choice today.
Nick, we got you back.
We
I guess. Can you hear me?
Hey, there
Yeah,
he
we got you now.
I don't know. You guys said I was muted on Facebook, and then you switched something, and my whole thing just crashed. It was a good show until then. I think it's on your end this time, though.
Well, we
Just
had
absolutely side railed my fucking connection.
So-
You're sounding good now.
because we changed the microphone. Your internet went to shit, which it's been doing the last 3 months.
No, I could hear you fine and everything, and we were all good. And then all of a sudden, you switched my mic, and boom, my internet crashes. It's like, what the hell, guys?
Yeah, we wanted to
You're trying
sabotage.
to derail me from the program.
We're just trying to get in your head before the picks. That's what we were
Yeah.
trying
I think
to do today.
Fitzpatrick should be the quarterback in Miami. I caught a little bit of
We're
that.
20
I don't know
minutes late. That takes a call.
he
I don't
goes,
know what
I
topic
caught a
we're
little
on
bit of
now.
that.
So, Nick, I had a fantasy question for the boys. I got a situation where I picked up Snell. So right
Sure.
now, my starting running backs, I got Snell, Carson, and I have Nyheim Hines as my flex. I'm sitting Zeke against Baltimore. Do you agree with that, or would you start him over any of those three?
No, I think early on in the season there was no question that you had to play Zeke. I think now that's a fair play. Carson's got to be in. He's going to be the workhorse there in Seattle, and then Snell, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's playing who this week?
Washington.
are
Pittsburgh's
playing
playing-
Washington.
Yes.
Washington. I don't love that matchup, but I like that better than Zeke in Baltimore.
Well, especially because James Conner is not expected to play, so that means Snell
Right.
should be. If he wasn't the bell cow back this week, I would definitely start Zeke. But I mean, in this point, I don't know. What are you going to do?
Nyheim Hines is a coin flip too, because who knows? They could start trying to. It's a triple backfield. So Nyheim Hines has that Jekyll and Hyde, where 1 week he's scoring 3 touchdowns, the other week he's getting 2 carries for 10 yards. So you just kind of got to risk it a little bit there. Indianapolis is taking on who's Indy taking this week?
Texans on the road.
Houston.
Yeah,
that's a good matchup
Houston.
for him.
So that's definitely a good matchup for him because Texans defense is bad.
But is Jonathan Taylor out today? That's what we couldn't figure out.
He's
I
in.
don't think
He
let
is
me
for
double
sure
check.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he's
man.
in because I have him on my fantasy roster, so I could tell you in 2 seconds.
Yeah, they
here.
activated him from the COVID list Wednesday.
Okay, so
Yeah, he-
maybe
he
that's
is
tough.
playing today.
That's tough. Okay, well, I think about that. I might throw Zeke in later.
And Houston 31st run D. So
Yeah.
I mean that tells you a lot.
Yeah,
Tells you all
that's
you need to
true.
know right there.
Let's see. Greg Zook says, question, McCoy or Darnold? Have a good show, boys. McCoy or Darnold? He's starting one of those two?
It says second quarterback. So I'm
Colt
guessing
McCoy.
it's a two quarterback
second
league.
quarterback.
Yeah.
I was confused what that meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
thought it meant
play
second
in this league
quarter,
with my
like-
dad too, and this like scoring is from like 2005. It's on like a website, and your quarterbacks count for like half your points, so they're very, very important.
Yeah.
So I would say Darnold.
They're going to be throwing all day again.
Yeah, they're always going to be from behind. Darnold's just a better talent than Colt McCoy is. Whenever you have, I think, a backup in like McCoy, you try to take as much heat and pressure off of that quarterback as possible. You're going to run if at all possible. Whereas the Jets, I think, are still going to operate their normal game plan. Who do the Jets play today? Too? Vegas. So like I thought they played a shitty defense. They're playing one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Pass rush is non-existent. They should at least be able to score, I don't know, 10 points today.
There's no
so,
Abram too, so that should help.
Yeah,
Josh
yeah,
Jacobs
they
is
should be
also
able
out.
to.
I mean, as far as them winning, but I mean,
they should be able to put up some points. And yeah, that game. I mean, I listened to a couple of other people out there and like see on Twitter that everybody thinks the Jets are bound for 0-16. I thought they had a decent chance last weekend. I kind of think they have a decent chance to get off the schneid today too.
Early body clock game.
Yeah, body clock game. You know I love the body clock game, Nick.
Zook is all about the body
I'm
clock.
all about the body. 10 a.m. body clock
I would
game
love
for the
to-
Raiders.
I would love to know the body clock spread, like who covers the spread with the body clock. games? 'Cause to
That's
me,
why I talk
that's
about it
bullshit.
because they a lot of times they shit the bed body clock game.
yeah.
It's not
especially
about
for
the
the
body clock. It's
Chargers.
all about the kicker. It's all about the kicker.
All
Zook.
about
Remember
kickers.
that. Kickers.
Nick, who's your kicker to watch this week? Joey Slye?
Kicker to watch this week. I haven't done a whole lot of kicking analysis this week. I feel pretty strongly about my picks, but I'll tell you once we get to the pick segment where the kicker is going to be a key.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's get to the picks in a minute. Let's let you know what happened last week. But first, let's give a shout out to our awesome sponsors because we wouldn't be here without them. K. Roberts Remax Gold, 314-409-4113. The best real estate agent in the St. Louis area. I know that from experience. Got my beautiful home back in November because of one person only. K. Roberts Remax Gold works around the clock for you. Will work around the clock to make sure she can sell your home and buy the home of your dreams. Give her a call today, 314-409-4113 or online at STL Homes, 4 YOU.com. Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage, another person that works super hard around the clock for you, helping to get our home refinanced, always letting us know the best rates, letting us know what we need to do to get that done. And she works around the clock and just does everything she needs to do. She's there for her clients like K. Roberts Remax Gold. Worked with both of them last November to get in my house. Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage, 314-537-1282 or online at familyfinancemortgage.com. Last but not least, the sponsor of our Locks of the Week, now called the Aces of the Week. It's Aces Wild in Columbia, Illinois, 208 North Main Street, Columbia, Illinois. Alex Schlemmer over there runs an awesome gambling parlor. You can walk in, you get 5 machines there ready to go. Dad's favorite game, Lobster Mania, is sitting on there.
Lobster Mania is there. You get
It's-
a nice place to have a cold beer and get away from it all.
It's beautiful, and he actually doubled up his space now. It's a nice little spot in Columbia, and they got what is it? I keep saying Tower Tea, Golden Tea Golf,
Golden tea.
ice cold
Gold
beer,
and tea.
all the premier liquor you need, and obviously some great people around there with 5 machines. So you need to go over there
Watch a
and
game.
watch some games over there. He's got all the main ones on there. So that is Aces Wild, Columbia, Illinois. One more time, 208 North Main Street in Columbia, and make sure you go on Facebook, follow Aces Wild today. All right, let's go back to last week. So Zook, unfortunate week for you. I say unfortunate though. We had a 3-way tie for the lead. I'm not going to play the music. No one's going to wear the crown this week.
Why
Because we
not?
went 3 and 4.
Why not?
We all went 3 and
Why not?
4.
Come on.
A crown's a
Come
crown's a
on.
crown's a crown.
I had a speech prepared. It was a short one, but I had a speech prepared.
Nick, would you like to go ahead and with your quick speech?
I'd like to dedicate this win to the Missouri Tiger football team yesterday coming back. Largest deficit, fourth quarter ever. Fuck those refs. Hope they all get
You
fired.
beat
Go
Arkansas.
Tigers.
You beat Arkansas.
They didn't cover.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah.
Sam Pittman, they're a good team.
Yeah, they
did
didn't
not
cover 2.5.
though. They did not cover, but Big Dick Harrison Mevis, 5 field goals. Yeah, the best thing was his post-game press conference. They asked him about getting iced twice with 2 timeouts, And he goes out there. He's like, "Oh, I was going to make it. There was no chance I was going to miss. So
Okay.
advantage me."
He's like, I get
Was-
iced at least 5 times a weekend in the dorms, anyways. It was nothing to me.
That's
That's accurate.
That's the only kicker that looks like a linebacker.
He does. He's huge.
Guy's huge.
Wasn't it like a
He and
30
Joey Sly.
So I'm sorry to be
Yeah.
Mr. Downer here. It wasn't like a 37-yard field goal. Like, come on, Nick. I mean, really?
Yeah, I was
I'm just saying,
grading Eastern Michigan and
I'm-
Western yesterday, and I watched Eastern kick a field goal to go up like 9 points to like put it out of reach with a minute and a half left. It must have been a 23-yard field goal, and they were like going wild.
Oh yeah,
when he hit
everybody
it.
on Twitter like Mizzou's
Well,
back,
let-
Mizzou's back.
Let me
They gave
set
up
this up
48
for you.
points, but they're back.
47-46. They lost their best defensive player in the first half to a bullshit targeting call.
That
Go
was
back,
bullshit. I
watch
did
it.
see that. That was bullshit.
Fuck SEC officiating. It was 47-46. They scored the touchdown, so they're going for 2 for the win because they had 2 blocked extra points. And it bounces off the DB's hands into the
Terrible.
receiver's hands. The
Mizzou
2-point
football right
conversion.
there.
Shouldn't
But
even
they had
been
40
losing the game right there. Yeah.
43 seconds and 3 timeouts. I said it right after that play happened. I said our kicker's got a big dick. 3 timeouts, 43 seconds. We're good.
Do you know from
Basilak
experience or something?
charges-
Why do you keep saying that?
He's a huge dick. He's just
Oh,
out there
my
punting.
God, it's a
Punting
family program
big.
sometimes.
The thicker,
Sorry,
the thicker
all the
kicker.
grandmas out there. We're sorry.
Yeah, I believe my aunt's watching this right now.
She is.
Yep.
The thicker kicker, as he's called.
Whoa.
Here's my thing. It was so funny to me to see Nick all excited about beating Arkansas by 2. You give up 48 points.
It's the
to
battle
fucking
line game,
Razorbacks.
TJ.
And on
It's
top
the
of that,
battle line
he
rivalry.
hit a
TJ.
30-yard field goal to win. That real tough.
Senior
SEC
night.
football.
No, but
Good
I'm
God.
with him. I'm drinking the drink Kool-Aid. Absolutely.
I got my Mizzou
Let's
hat
go.
on
Let's
today.
get some
Senior
momentum for
night,
the
baby.
MIZ, baby. Let's go.
Look, I got to be a hater. It's not good for the brand if I agree with Nick. You know,
5
it's like-
W's, baby. Look out. Drink's getting SEC Coach of the Year.
48 points
He
against
could.
Arkansas. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
We still got Georgia too. Look out, man. We're charging.
48 points. Okay. So last week, Zook goes down swinging.
Shedpour.
This is close. Yeah. So we have an agreement. Zook's going to go ahead and do 2 shots of probably one of the best whiskeys out there, American Honey. Delicious.
I turned to the
Wild
logo
turkey.
so we didn't have to
No free ads.
No free ads. But,
Yeah.
but I have to give it. So in college, we had these family drinks in our fraternity, and that was one of our family drinks we had.
Is that?
Yeah,
is
I don't
it-
know if is this from your fraternity? Because I could barely get the cap off. It was crusted
Honestly,
on there.
that's probably a 5-year-old bottle.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes.
You might want to sniff that. I don't know if that goes bad or not.
I don't think
you're-
liquor
Nah.
goes bad.
Well, I mean, it's not like
no.
it's not straight from like the barrel. It's like
why'd you
Why'd you smell
make me
it?
do that?
yeah. I
You're the
think-
one that told me to sniff it.
I think it's a little artificial flavoring in
Yeah,
there.
there's a
What's
little
that going to do to
artificial
your
honey.
body clock? I don't think your body clock's ready for that.
He's not ready for that shot.
Yeah, the
man.
body clock is definitely not ready for 10 a.m. whiskey. 10:30 a.m. whiskey.
That is the truest thing I've ever heard.
You know,
All right. Well, if there's not an expiration date,
There's
on
a
here,
worm in
we're
there.
just gonna
You'll
go.
be fine. You'll be fine.
good stuff, though,
I mean,
man.
this is
No,
just quit
you're
being
fine.
a
You're
bitch.
fine.
That's right.
It's aged. It's aged. That's how whiskey's made. It's aged over time.
You know, I was telling
So it just
myself,
gets
everybody was like, "That's really gonna suck. You're gonna take shots of liquor at 10 in the morning on a Sunday." I was like, I drank Congress at like 8 o'clock before Mizzou games. I mean, Nick knows the grind
It's
of
the
going
old
to an
the old
SEC
breakfast
school.
club, they used to call it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
little
so
6:30 moonshine.
yeah, I just
before
said,
the
you
11
know,
o'clock kickoff.
I was like, you just got to get psyched up for it. I listened to some Disturbed in the car on the way over here.
Get
It's,
yourself psyched up.
it's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. So
All right, so
I'm gonna machine gun them.
Are you going back to back?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna do full disclosure to the show. I was gonna do 3, but I have to be at least a little competent the rest of the day. So I'm gonna do 2, and my stipulation was if I'll do 2, I'll do them back to back.
All right.
But so here we go.
Okay, here we go. Honestly, this is not bad. Like this is good whiskey. I like not it's not good whiskey,
never
but
had
it's
it
not
before.
bad tasting.
Okay, well,
Give it a shot. There you go. American Honey down the chute. There's one. Good stuff. See, it's like a treat, man. Not bad.
It's like
yeah. It's,
pancake
was that?
syrup.
it's really a punishment. I mean, come
Honestly,
on.
it's like a treat. Like, I'm thinking about having some myself. That was
TJ's like, give me the bottle slams. the
Yeah.
rest of
You don't
it.
like American Honey? Oh man, that tequila would have been real bad. Though.
Would
I
you
don't
rather
like
have
American Honey at 10:33 on
Okay,
Sunday.
That's fair. That's fair.
You rather have a jelly bean?
Yeah,
No.
is that? Yeah, I think that's better than the jelly beans.
That was better than the jelly bean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's gonna be impaired now. for picking his game. So look, watch Zook lose next week. Although I think me and him have a lot of same picks again. So
We'll get him an Uber.
it'd be dangerous.
There's a lot of similar picks this week. It's just going to be could be a boring week.
There's
but
a lot of familiarity this week, or similarities.
similarities
It's
this
going to be
week.
very boring.
So that means that the locks and the dogs, the aces and the dogs are going to be huge this week. It's going to be
Yeah.
a game changer. So
Well, Buffalo's all over the table here.
yeah,
All
I
right,
don't know.
Bills Mafia, let's go.
That's one of those things where I'm expecting I'm going to be rooting for San Francisco. I'm staying away from that game completely.
I will say sharps are all over San Francisco today for what it's worth.
Oh, I love to hear that, Dick, because every time that happens, usually they're right. So I don't know. Load up, boys. Here we go. Let's go into the picks.
That American honey is sitting fairly heavy right now.
Is it really that bad?
No, it's not bad. It's just, it's morning, empty stomach.
That's
Need
fair.
a bucket?
No, I'll be okay. Hopefully.
Don't ruin my crown.
Yeah, Amanda says shots doesn't even seem like a punishment. I mean, that's what I said.
Happy birthday to her yesterday,
that's
by the
why I
way.
said
Happy
three
birthday,
shot-
Tolly's mom.
That's why I
Happy
said
birthday.
3 shots.
All right.
Happy birthday. 3 shots of different liquors. That
Yeah.
is a punishment.
That would be rough. Because honestly, for me, I drink tequila, and there's like a 28% chance I puke. Like that's it's around.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
there's-
and I guess all right. So for the fans out there, before we get into the picks, it was going to be tequila, which I think would have been worse.
Yeah.
But
tequila would have been way
yeah,
worse.
but
Yeah,
we
for sure.
had a limited supply of liqueur.
Because
well,
nobody
see, I
drinks
think
the
you should
shit.
have had to gone to the gas station and purchase your bottle for your
Well,
punishment.
I
That's
also
just
was
a
about
part
to
of the
bring some
deal.
151 over here, but
That'd been
but I didn't hardly have any left. I had like this
151
much
Brown,
left, so I couldn't do
Malibu,
it.
Juice, Caribou.
All right, we got the Week 13 picks coming up. We have Cleveland against Tennessee as the first one. Tennessee minus 4.5. Let's start with Mr. Zook.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Tennessee Titans. I'm really excited to watch this game. Who would have thought? The Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. It is they're both 8-3. One of these teams, one of two of the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans is going to be 9-3. I think the Titans are a better football team. I think they've been playing better down the stretch. It's Tractor Cito season. They are facing a team, though, that could probably rival them in the rushing offense category. But I think that the Titans, they've added Desmond King. They have been playing a little bit better defensively. At the end of the day, too, I think they have the better quarterback. I think that the Titans will be able to defeat the Browns. minus 4.5 at home. I do think this is
So we
a
do
tough
have minus
spread.
4. It is down to 4.
minus 4. So I'll stick to Titans, but I'll tell you what, this is one of those weird spread games. I think it's gonna be close. I'm just gonna go with the team I think is gonna win, and I hope the spread doesn't come into play.
Boys, it is December. Henry's time of year, absolutely. I like what they did last week against Indy. Indy's got a good defense, and they plowed over them with a 40-30 or 40-20-something victory. Cleveland just squeaked past Jacksonville last week, so you see the difference in those two ball clubs and what they did just a week ago. Tennessee's a much better club. Give me Tennessee minus the points.
Nick?
Yeah, there's movement in this line going down as more money gets tossed on the Browns. I think early in the week, a lot of people were on Tennessee, and I'm going to stay with Tennessee as well. Just saw too much from Derrick Henry last week to convince me to go the other way. What Derrick Henry was able to do against Indianapolis, of course, that's DeForest Buckner in last week's game. I think he'll be able to do the same, even though Myles Garrett has been activated from the COVID-19 list.
Man. So Tennessee keeps it close. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of these wins that they've had, they've been within 7 points. I know the spread's 4, so it doesn't make me super excited. I'm
Need to take a shot.
going to take Cleveland though today. I really will. I thought about Tennessee, but it seems almost too easy. And usually when that happens, Tennessee shits the bed.
Yeah.
I think the Cleveland Browns will
That's what I was worried
prove that they're decent today. Baker's got to make some throws. I mean, that's going to be the difference maker. You got two good running football teams. You got two defenses that are decent against the rush. So Baker's going to have to do something crazy. If he plays the way he has the last few weeks, they're going to suck. They're going to get kicked, their asses kicked by 14. But I think they'll keep it close. I think it's a field goal game. I think you can see a Tennessee 24-21 victory. So that means Cleveland will cover by a point. So give me the Brownies.
Island TJ.
+4 on the island, baby. I love it. I love it. All right, we move on. The Los Angeles Rams now swing to a minus 2.5 point favorite. Tyler, didn't they start as a dog?
I believe so.
They were like plus, I think, 2.5. It's all the way down to minus 2.5 now. They're taking on Arizona at home.
I'm going to go ahead and
+1
take
is what it opened at.
Okay.
+1's what it opened at. I'm going to go ahead and take the Arizona Cardinals here in this football game. The Rams are kind of up and down. I think this is a tough one to pick because their defense has been very good. And the Cardinals, what do they really do besides, the Kyler Murray show, right? Like, do they do any one thing well outside of Kyler Murray just kind of running around and making plays? I don't really know. But I think the Cardinals are a little bit better of a football team. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I just trust that team and Kyler Murray a little bit more than I trust Jared Goff, who I believe is a top 5 highest paid player in the league, who is average at best. And I think they're a little bit deeper. So give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Big Web?
Boys, a little fun fact for you. Agbonio Orankotwu is in for Los Angeles at linebacker today. Does that mean anything? Doesn't mean shit to me.
No.
So McVay this week publicly jumped Goff's ass about the way he was taking care of the football. Goff needs to absolutely improve there, but I don't see it. I like Arizona. Kyler's got to use his legs a little more. Give me Arizona today.
Nick?
Yeah, this one scares me a bit. This seems like a good spot for the Rams to get a W, but Kyler's going to need to show up today. This is a real test. I know Seattle were some tests, and they won the first matchup and then played them close in the second game. So Arizona needs to win this game. It's a divisional game, and divisional dogs. Are they on the road or are they at home?
They're
Where
at home. They're at home.
Cardinals are at home. So
Yes.
yeah, I mean home dog in the division. That's you don't see that too often. I think that's just a factor of Aaron Donald and the Rams defense that has been showing up recently. So I just like Kyler here. I think they'll be able to get it done. And I need him to show me playoff Kyler if Cardinals really want to be for real this year.
Okay, so I'm trying to see the over-under. It's 48.5. I'll give you a little stat over the last 2 home games for the Arizona Cardinals. 62 points scored against the Bills in that one total between the two teams, and then 65 in Week 9. They score a shit ton of points at home. They've scored over 30 points at home, I believe, 4 times this season. The question is, will the Rams be able to keep up with them? And honestly, with it at 2.5, I don't think it's going to be enough. I can't believe the Rams are actually favored in this game. It's pretty wild because Arizona, they're a good bounce back team. They've lost 2 out of the last 3. But again, they've only lost 1 of those at home, and they scored 31 points against the Miami Dolphins, who have a pretty good defense this season. So that tells me right there, Arizona's going to score. They're going to get a lot of points. I don't think the Rams can keep up with them. I hate the clean sweep, but I think that the Cardinals are going to win this game outright. And the 2.5 is just icing on the cake. So give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Absolutely hammer the Rams today. Right?
That's what that means. That's what that means. Okay, so we go to New Orleans. No, we don't.
No,
we go
Buffalo.
We go to San Francisco.
We go to San Francisco.
Buffalo
Well,
plus
technically in Arizona.
Yeah, we go to the desert.
We go back to Arizona.
We're going back to Arizona.
Now, let me ask you a
Hey,
question
where are
on
they
that.
playing that game, by the
Yeah.
way?
They're
If
playing
you're-
it in the Cardinals Stadium, but the Bills play on Monday. Cardinals play today.
What the fuck? Yeah, they're playing 2.
Yeah.
Same stadium.
Same
Okay, I was
stadium.
wondering, it's going to be hard to have 4 teams on the same field at the same time.
Yeah. They might do like a split field thing like they did in Pee Wee or something. You got to go like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
each side.
Jamboree.
The 50 and in. That's
Play
all we're
white.
doing.
Once
Play
you get
white
to the
white.
50, you touch the line and you go back.
It's like
and
half
once you're
court basketball.
down,
It's like the same thing.
Yeah,
you
it's
start
the
at
same
50.
thing. Just clear it past the 3-point
How
line.
electric would that be, though?
Oh, it'd be
How
awesome.
electric would that be if
Oh, it'd
you
be
had
awesome.
2 games going on one field?
We just real quick. We played a high school game at St. Mary's before they got their new field. In one of the end zones, they had a painted field goal post on a brick wall.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like my coach is like, "Hey, so we can't like catch the ball in the end zone, smash into the damn wall."
Yeah.
He goes, "Okay, well we'll just keep switching. When you guys get on to 30, we'll just have you go to the other end zone." We had to walk back every fucking so stupid. Sorry.
That's awesome. No, you're
That
good.
reminds me of the preseason game the Packers played in Canada against the Raiders last year.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys remember that, but probably not unless you're a nerd. But like they had a hole in the turf. Like it was like cratered around the 10-yard line. So they played an 80-yard field.
I remember that.
And I remember watching that
right.
because I'm a Packers nerd. So I was watching that game and I was like, this is the weirdest shit I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I do remember something about that.
By the way, if you can't tell, the American honey hit the bloodstream. So.
Feel pretty good on these picks here.
There you go. There's a hole in the field.
The lights are awfully bright.
All right, so we go back to Arizona, but we got Buffalo against San Francisco. Again, the issues going on in Santa Clara. They had to move the game. So you have San Francisco, I believe, is what, -1? They're -1?
Minus one.
What
Yep.
the hell is happening? -1 for San Francisco.
I'm going to go ahead and take...
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Buffalo Bills. Sorry, I just felt like I was just sitting there like, oh, who's picking? I'm going to go ahead and take the Buffalo Bills. They're dogs. I can't believe it. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because I think Buffalo is clearly the better football team. I know the Sharps are on San Fran, Nick. Maybe you can give me some more insight as to why. But I understand that they beat the Rams last weekend, and that's great. I think it's more of an indictment on the Rams more than it is the San Francisco 49ers are a good football team. I think they're okay. They might go 8-8 this year, but let's not forget, Nick Mullins is starting at quarterback today. I don't give a shit that they got Raheem Mostert back. Buffalo defense is good. They have a great secondary. They have a pretty good front seven as well. Josh Allen's going to be doing his thing. And at the end of the day, outside of Fred Warner, the front seven for the San Francisco 49ers has been injured all year. So give me the Buffalo Bills. I cannot believe they're an underdog in this game. If you're a good football team, if you're a playoff football team, you win this game handedly.
Big Web.
Handedly. So yeah, Frisco's getting healthier, and Samuel's been on fire. But I'll tell you what, Mullins is still the damn quarterback, and he's got to get something done. The only reason they won last week is they got 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers from the Rams put them in great position to score. So screw that shit. Give me Buffalo.
Nick.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those factors of Raheem Mostert being back. It really changed the impact for San Francisco. Why a lot of people are seeing money go that way, and everyone is locking Buffalo this week. Buffalo's the best pick this week. Everyone's all over Buffalo, like Buffalo, and it's one of those games where. I mean, I'm just going for, this is one you can't really bet a number on because basically pick them. And I just going with the better football team to show up today. Now, we don't know if Josh Allen will do that or not. Josh Allen hasn't been great all year. He started the year very hot, and then he's come way back down to earth off that MVP high that people were talking about earlier on in the season and, gotten more realistic. And so will Josh Allen show up today? Hopefully, because I'm on Buffalo. But, with the game being so close, I'm just going to try to go with the better football team, even though all those weapons being healthy on offense for San Francisco at the skill positions does scare me.
This is fishy, man. I don't know.
Are you going to switch your pick? Do it.
I don't know. Every time this happens where the public is so official on one side, they lose. I mean, it's like clockwork.
Remember, I suck at picking football games.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
A couple times they've gotten it right.
I
Seattle,
know, but
Pittsburgh.
if you look at Baltimore Steelers, everybody's like, Steelers are going to beat them by 21. And then it was a last minute fucking.
Yeah, but
they were getting
that's
10
a
and a half.
divisional game. Those
that's
are
the
always
key.
close.
That's the key. It comes down to these last minute backdoor covers.
You can't backdoor cover when it's only 1 point, though.
Field goal kickers could be.
But this is one of those. This is one of those Kyle Shanahan games where Mostert's going to go off.
He believes in Raheem the Dream.
I'll tell you this though: primetime players show up in prime time. Josh Allen is a primetime player. Nick Mullins is not.
Says the Buffalo Bills fan. I'm going to take San Francisco. Let's do it.
Wow.
I'm taking San Francisco. Something. This whole season has been destroying the locks, destroying what should be happening. This pick does not make any sense. I'm telling you right now.
I love the guts in this
can't
pick.
believe it's happening. But they're not at home. They don't have their quarterback, and something still tells me
Nick
that they're gonna fucking win this game.
Nick Mullins.
TJ did this last week where he said everything tells me to put my money on Green Bay, so I'm going the other way.
But Nick,
he's with the Sharps, and he's fading the public though this time.
I'm going to fade the public because last time I did, I won. I got off my cold streak. I'm fading the public. Give me the San Francisco
There you go.
49ers. Let's go. Let's go, Niners. Let's
go. I mean,
Come
you-
on, Shanahan.
You got the top 5 coach.
I love it.
You got the top 5 coach.
Okay.
That was ballsy.
Yeah.
I feel energized.
Give me a nice little week. Nice little week or 0-7. Here we go. All right. We
DJ's
have
going big, boom or bust again.
New Orleans -3 against the
That's why you
Atlanta
lost, folks.
Falcons. The Falcons at home. What do you guys think? I'm going to make sure it is 3. It is 3. Yes.
3.
Okay. Thought it was all right. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints. I think the Atlanta Falcons suck at football, Big Web. I think that the New Orleans Saints are a better football team. Taysom Hill starting just scares the ever living out of me. But if you look at the variation in the scoring, they've actually been close to about their same output. And I got this from a guy on TikTok, so that's how you know it's real. One of his favorite bets this week is New Orleans, so I'm going with him. I'm going with New Orleans. I don't know. You got to go look it up. He's gone viral with it, but he has like some sort of coefficient or some way he picks all the games. And a lot of the times, and that's how you know it's legit, is like his picks are usually within like 1.5 of the spread. So one of his favorite picks though this week is New Orleans with Taysom Hill. So Taysom Hill. And so I'm going to have to stick with that. I don't love it. So I'm setting myself up for a little bit of a mental win-win with this pick, because if they lose and the Packers win, Packers, I believe, are the 1 seed with the tiebreaker over NOLA. So, and I feel like my life is not good enough for that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the New Orleans Saints.
Big Web.
Boys, I tell you what, this was an easy game for me to pick. I looked at it. I said, fuck, Atlanta's in the game. What the hell? If I bet on them, they fuck me. If I don't, they fuck me. So give me Atlanta in a Mercedes-Benz Dome, and we'll see what happens.
Is this the start of their run to win the division?
No,
This
this
is
is
the
the
start.
start of a win. You can't beat a team twice in a year. Give me Atlanta.
Raheem Morris, baby.
Tally. Oh, sorry, Nick. Well, Tally, what do you like?
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
I look to my right. I go, Tally. Oh, wait, that's right.
There's been a player absent for the past 2 weeks on offense. AK-41, baby. He's back today. He's gonna
Nick,
show
I
up
hope
today.
you're
They're gonna
fucking
work
right,
him
He's
into
man.
the
on my
offense.
Good
fantasy
Lord.
team. I was waiting
Yeah.
for
They're
that
gonna
line.
work him into the offense.
They
The
better.
jersey
They
works,
damn well better,
folks.
'cause I'm getting
It's
sick of it.
Big time AK-41 action day. Give me New Orleans.
So the Falcons have won 4 out of the last 6. Just letting you guys know.
Put
4
up
out of the
40
last
last
6.
week.
They did. Put up 43 against the Raiders. Held them to 6. Taysom Hill did beat these Falcons just 2 weeks ago, 24-9. But I got a feeling today. I'm going to take the Falcons with Dad. I like them.
Hey!
+3. We're
let's
on the
get
same
'em.
side as
Let's
something.
watch that game. Let's get drunk.
By
That
the way,
sounds good.
over
The Weber's got a feeling.
over-unders at, what is it, 40. Oh, I checked earlier.
I take the over, whatever.
Was it
45.5. That's it. 45.5. I love the over.
Yeah.
Love it.
46,
Couldn't love it even more. Oh, God. All right, yeah, we're split. I'm going to take the Falcons.
It's gonna be a 10-7 game.
You know, Big Web, this is a good 46.5 game.
46.5 is not working.
It's dead. He's done with it.
Well, damn.
All right. You got Detroit against Chicago in the Toilet Bowl game of the week. Chicago's -3 points, and they got Mitch the Bitch Trubisky back.
Mitchy Trubs, Mitchy the Truth. I'm going to go ahead and take Mitchy the Truth. I don't love this game. I think the Chicago Bears are... Give me the Bears.
No reasoning.
I think their defense is better than the Lions. The Lions have had injuries on offense. Is DeAndre Swift back in today?
I believe
He was
is-
doubtful today.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack was also questionable.
Which is not ideal, by the way, when your running back misses multiple weeks due to a concussion in his rookie season.
Galladay's also out today.
Not ideal. Yeah, well, tell me fucking about it. I've had it drafted him in fantasy, and he hasn't done anything for me. This
David
year,
Blau's
Galladay's
also
played like
out
2
today,
weeks.
just so you guys know.
David Blau is out. Okay,
So that could make a difference.
That could make a difference. I just like the Chicago defense. Hopefully, Mitchy Trubs can get it going. I do think he's a better option than Nick Foles, at least. I mean, he gives you some mobility. He offers you, I think, just a little bit more than Nick Foles does. But we're talking about like super shit and shit here. And Mitch Trubisky is like the lesser version of shit. Bears.
That
Last week, boys, when Hicks was out of there, it left a gaping hole in the middle. I'm hearing that
He
he
is
practiced
active.
Wednesday. He practiced Wednesday, kind of half practice Thursday and Friday. So he'll be there. I cannot pick the Bears. I think Trubisky does scare me a little bit more
Trubinsky.
than Foles, but give me Detroit here.
Trubinsky.
Trubinsky is terrible.
He is. He is. You're right, Tony.
You're right, Tony.
True.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, just absolutely confused by this game. Anytime you see the Bears favorite in a game like this, that's absolutely atrocious. The Bears might not score today. That might actually happen.
And they're
Trubisky
favored.
cannot hit the broadside of a barn. He might throw 4 picks in this game, and they might go back to Nick Foles by the second half. I just don't see the Bears doing anything, much less covering a spread in this one. This is a spot where the kicker is going to matter. Matt Prater for the Lions. He's hit some big field goals at the end of the game to screw me, so we're riding with Prater. We're
Hasn't
riding
he
with
kind of been
Stafford.
sucking this year, Nick? Like, I had to drop him off my fantasy team.
He screwed me at the end of
kicks.
games.
Yeah.
He's screwed me at the end of games, and I'm not saying he's been good. I'm saying he'll be a key factor, not the difference maker, but a key factor in this game when it's a field goal spread. The pencil is out there in Detroit, so they're going to rally around and get some wins, much like the Falcons have done when they fired their head coach.
Nick's the only guy I know that takes a day off from work and throws a party for a punt, pass, and kick contest.
Here you go. Trey Flowers out. Kenny Galladay out. Jeff Okuda out. DeAndre Swift out. Trufant out.
Yep.
Give me the Bears.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. Yeah,
First game without
I
Patricia,
locked
too,
the
right?
Lions
And
with
yeah,
all
yeah.
those injuries a week or two ago,
Matt
and it burned
Patricia's
me, and I
gone.
won't
Let's
do
win
it
some
again.
football games now. That's what they were trying to do, but it's not gonna. It's gonna come up short because they have everybody injured. Sorry about you. So I'm gonna take the Bears.
Sorry about you.
Love it.
Me and Nick have every pick that is opposite except for Arizona right now. This could be the week.
Nice.
This could be the week. All right.
There's a reason I'm on top, and there's a reason you're on bottom.
Save that. Underdogs.
Yeah,
of the
that
week.
is questionable, highly questionable. Underdogs. So Buffalo, I just want to confirm this before we do it. Buffalo opened as a favorite. They're now a dog, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
I will take the Buffalo Bills. I will double up on them. I said it the first time. I don't understand why they are an underdog. I don't understand the spread one iota. This is a playoff team versus a non-playoff team. The AFC actually is better than the NFC this year, which is interesting because typically the NFC has been the stronger conference. But I like the Bills. Again, if you're a playoff team, if you're a good team, you win this game. So the fact that you're even getting a point and it's basically a pick 'em, that is just gravy. Go win a freaking game, Sean McDermott, Josh Allen.
Big Web.
Boys, I agree with Zook. Buffalo got totally screwed last time in the desert about 2-3 weeks ago. It's time to win out there. Buffalo's a better football team. Let's go. I'm doubling up on Buff.
Nobody circles the wagons.
Like the Buffalo Bills.
Thank you, Tolly.
Nick.
Betting numbers here again. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars today plus 10. The spread is still at 10. Just double checked on that one. Against the Vikings. Again, Vikings been an inconsistent team off and on. And Jacksonville surprised some people in some games where they've been competitive. Haven't won, but been competitive. So I think plus 10, just too high of a number here. And I'll take Jacksonville to cover.
I'm looking at this one. I think I'm going to take it. Denver plus 13.5 against Kansas City.
Good play.
I think with Drew Lock coming back, I think Denver's pissed. I think they know it's their fault, but I think the NFL kind of screwed them over. And I think they're going to come out swinging today. I think their defense played good enough last week to stay in the game. They just didn't have a quarterback. Literally did not have a quarterback. So
They had a wideout.
this is a divisional game. You're getting a lot of points. I heard somebody tease it up to 20.5 in a teaser, which I think is an absolute lock. But I think
Beautiful play.
Drew Lock today will do well. I think they'll do good enough against Kansas City on defense. And I just think, they're going to lose the game. I don't think they're going to win, but I think 13.5 is way too much to give them.
Divisional game. Yeah,
And I
like
just think
it.
they have a chip on their shoulder. I do. I think they're pissed. So,
I love that pick. Denver was my dog. Would have been maybe my dog outright, but the fact that I got burned on him last week, I've been burned on him on dogs twice.
and Buffalo's a pretty good
I
pick,
get
too.
on them on the wrong week, so I couldn't get on them again this week. But I absolutely love that 13.5 in a divisional game, and they get a starting quarterback back.
Yep.
I mean that's a pretty good number.
Okay, so we move to Aces of the Week. Presented by Aces Wild.
Yes. So my ace is going to be the Nolan Saints. What's the spread again, Tali? I believe it's -3.
Three.
Yeah.
So
2.5 now.
Oh, I already moved.
2.5
Holy
on
cow.
Sportsbook.
So what do I get it at?
You get it where it is.
2.5.
Where it
2.5.
is.
Okay,
2.5.
so I got it at.
Oh well, shit.
So I got it minus
No.
3 the first time and minus 2.5
It literally
now.
moved during the. No, you got it's at 3. You got to stay.
Yeah,
at 3.
I was gonna
You gotta
say
stay
it's at 3.
We already.
Okay, once the show starts.
yeah.
When they win by, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's only a half point. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'll take the New Orleans Saints. Again, similar to the Buffalo Bills, I just think like I'm taking a playoff team versus a non-playoff team. I know it's a divisional matchup. It's a little bit scary. Falcons have been putting up some points. Taysom Hill's in, not Drew Brees, but I just think the Saints at the end of the day got to win this game. My TikTok algorithm guy tells me that they've been putting up similar offensive output to when they had Drew Brees. I do think they're going to make Alvin Kamara a little bit more of a part of the game plan today, which I think is a good thing for the Saints. So give me the New Orleans Saints to beat and cover, or at least push against the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, let's not forget, this is the Atlanta freaking Falcons we're talking about here, okay? It's minus 3 against the Atlanta freaking Falcons,
40 points
and the
last
Saints are
week.
9-2.
4 out of the
So
last
give me
6.
the New Orleans Saints, and if the Atlanta Falcons screw me, I'm okay with that.
Dad.
Hey, did you hear there was a burglary at the seafood shop last night?
Oh,
Where are we going?
Where
with
we
this?
got this?
Well, because of that, I'm locking up the fish. We're going to take Miami here. They're solid. They can blitz the hell out of Cincinnati. Cincinnati is inept. Absolutely. Give me the fish today.
Amazing.
I'm not even gonna.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was. I like that. I appreciate that. Yeah, looked across the board.
Thank you, Dick.
I don't feel comfortable about a lot of these games. My ace of the week this week is gonna go the other way. You guys think that Denver can cover this spread? I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think Kansas
Are
City
you
wins this
locking
one.
Kansas City?
I'm locking Chiefs. I'm locking Chiefs 13.5.
This is the week, baby. Oh, this is
This is a Kansas City team that beat the Broncos with Drew Lock 43-16 last time out. Let me say that one more time. 43-16 the last time out.
You guys
Yes,
need to
the
put some
Chiefs
side
play-
action on this.
Zook says,
The
I don't need
Chiefs
this sign
play it
anymore.
close. The Chiefs play it close against decent football teams. Denver Broncos are not one of those football teams.
This is the
The Chiefs
fucking week,
beat
baby.
up on
Oh,
bad football teams. Give me the 13.5.
we
on
are
this one.
opposite on everything except the Cardinals. Everything.
This is like the third week in a row that Nick has gone against the one
That's
true
why I'm
son,
on
Drew
top.
Lock, too.
And you're-
Wow.
I think he's all lost faith in his Mizzou guy.
He's off of
He's got
the
a
one
new
true-
friend
Well,
over
he's
there,
back
Mizzou.
on Jacksonville because he did take them as the dog
Yeah.
this week. Which, by the way, Nick, my TikTok algorithm guy loves the Jags
I'm off
this
Denver
week.
on Jacksonville.
Well, I'm going to double up on
I'm
Arizona
off Denver
today.
on Jacksonville.
I'm going to double up on Arizona plus 2.5. So I'm going to do that. I think that they're going to move the ball against the Rams, and they score a lot of points at home. I just think that getting
DJ's
2.5
liable to
is-
go in 7 this week again.
Motherfucker, you wait for it. It's going to be a 6-1 week for me, and you're going to go 1-6 or 0-7. It's fine. I mean, this is going to be the week,
See?
Nick. Either I'm dead in the water, like even more dead than I am right now, or I'm back and you are fucked. So
You can feel it. Something's going on.
something's
this week.
happening here.
Something's in the air.
I don't know. I love to see it. I could not be happier
Nope.
about that San Francisco pick for some reason. I probably get me wrong. Probably got to clip this later, but San Francisco, baby, let's go. So there you go. That's our aces of the week. That's our
We'll
picks of the
see.
week. And good luck to you, Nicholas. Would you like to put a milkshake bet on it or something?
Yeah, let's do it. On the KC game,
No, in the whole week.
why we bet on the whole week?
Oh, you scared?
The most.
I
wins.
have to finish better than you. Is that what it is?
Whoever gets the better record.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So what do you want? What we got here? Like, I don't know. What do you want? Milkshake bet for what's your favorite milkshake in St. Louis?
I'm gonna get a milkshake out here.
Okay.
You're gonna send me the money and I'll take a picture of my milkshake. It's at a place called Scoopers.
Ah,
Best milkshake.
Scoopers. No free
Scoopers.
ads.
Scoopers.
Wonderful. Okay.
Scoopers.
We'll talk
Scoopers.
about that off air, but that'll be fun. That'll be fun between me and Nick. So follow along with that all week. Before we wrap it up, though.
We do have one more fantasy question.
Oh, we do.
Hunter Henry or Robert Tanyan?
Um,
I'm
Hunter
starting
Henry.
Takatraktanian for what it's worth.
damn. Who's
Hunter Henry.
Chargers playing again?
Chargers are playing up
Patriots.
east. Yeah, Patriots.
Yeah, I'd take Tanyan too. I would take Tanyan. Anybody else? Tanyan?
Tanya.
Tanya should have a
Henry.
big day today with Green Bay
Okay. All right.
or whenever the hell.
Because they're against the Eagles secondary. That should be pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin, for the question. We appreciate that. So, guys, we appreciate everybody tuning in. But before we go, Big Web's best bet of the week.
Gentlemen, no win November is over. We are ready to go. I'm feeling good about these picks. I bought a lot of points for us. Merry Christmas. Follow along. Tennessee Titans, get this, +3.
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings, -6.5. Miami Dolphins, -9.5. Seattle Seahawks, -6.5. Green Bay Packers, -2.5. Pittsburgh Steelers, -2.5. All achievable spreads.
Yeah.
100 pays $9.82. Okay.
Wow.
One more pick.
All right.
Titans +3, Dolphins -9.5, Green Bay Packers -2.5, Pittsburgh -2.5. 100 pays $436. We're down 1,400. We're going to get it all back in one fell swoop today.
Wow.
Here we go. Two
All right,
$100
let's do it. I
bets
love
for
it.
you.
I love
Feeling
it.
good.
I
Feeling
love it.
good today.
My buddy Dom also has a nice little pick today. He's very happy with this teaser. You got a 4-way teaser. So it was Indianapolis, Houston. You tease it up to under 58. You got the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans teased the under to 60.5. Two running teams, 60.5. You have the Saints and Falcons over down to 38.5, which is, super low for those two teams.
Yeah.
And you have the Denver Broncos plus 20.5. That pays $15, pays $52.
Can't wait
on
till
that.
the Chiefs ruin that on Sunday Night Football.
You think they're going to win by 3 touchdowns? Would you like to make another bet on that, Nick?
Hell no. I'm not making a bet
Hey,
on that.
go a 2 scooper.
yeah. Double
Hell
scoop it up.
no.
Let's go.
I got it down to 13.5. That's why I got the hook going the wrong way there. So
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Well, there you go. That's week 13. Boys, anything else we have for the audience?
You can feel it in
Go
the air,
Tigers.
man.
Feel it in the
Something's going on. You can
Something-
feel it in the air.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great day.
Congrats
Let's
to
go,
Mizzou
kid.
on their 2-point win over Arkansas. 27-yard field goal. They're ready to take on Alabama.
man.
They're ready to take the reins in the SEC.
More conference wins in one season than Barry Odom had in his entire career. So I'll take it.
All right, well, that'll do it. For
And we beat Barry Odom defense. He's a D coordinator for Arkansas. So there you go.
Okay,
50 burger.
Nobody cares. All right, for Big Web, for Zook, for Nick Yale, for Tolly behind the ones and twos, I'm TJ Weber. See you next week. Good luck.